In this video, I want to share how you can detach from someone else's energy instantly and permanently. So if you are someone that finds yourself keep picking up on someone else's energy, like you can't let them out of your mind, you keep thinking about them, ruminating over them, you feel like they've got some kind of hold over you, some kind of power over you, you keep getting sucked in to whatever situation it is energetically, and you just can't seem to let go. Even though you're trying to think of something else, you can't let go because you're just in that energy, in that vibration. Or if you are someone that gets triggered and influenced when you go out in busy places and you just feel like you're constantly picking up anyone's energy, or you've had a phone call with someone and you just feel like it's so ingrained now in your field, this is for you. And I have always been an empath, so I know exactly how this feels. And it's so easy for us to take on other people's energy. So if you're an empath, this is also for you. In case you don't know me, hi, I'm Kirsty Elizabeth. I help women release the subconscious blocks that have been holding them back from living their true power and potential. And I help them rewire their identity, upgrade their frequency, and recode their reality. Before I get into it, I do have a gift for you. It is a free workshop that you can get instant access immediately to after this video. It's called You Are the Breakthrough. And in it, you will learn exactly what is getting in your way of living your best life and how to overcome it. So back to this video, one of my most popular videos was where I shared an energy technique that helps you instantly attach from someone else's energy. So I'm going to link that up somewhere in the cards up there somewhere, and I'm also going to link it in the description below. It was called the love bubble technique. And this technique was all about covering them in a bubble of pink light, of love, unconditional love, and then gently moving them away from you, pushing them away from you and watching them disappear off into the distance. That is a really short explanation of it. But if you want to go and see how to do that, click that link and I'll walk you through it so you can actually experience it. I had so many positive comments, so many people saying how much it helped, how much it changed them. They were able to let go immediately. So I also have various other techniques in my energy playlist, which will help you do this. I use energy to help me detach from someone else's energy. And that is because you can't think your way out of it. You need to change yourself within your energy field. So go and use one of those techniques. I'll also link up the playlist when you want to cut cords. And that's what this is all about. We are energetically cutting the cords between us and somebody else. Now, the thing about cords is that they reattach. So we can change them, we can fill them with light, we can change our energy. But in time, and it may not even take a long time, they do attach back if we haven't shifted what is fundamentally at the core of this. So this is where I really want to focus today, is on how to permanently detach from someone else's energy. And this is going to involve a deeper dive into you. Now, there are going to be different reasons that you are finding it hard to detach from someone. It could be a loving relationship that is no longer in your life anymore. It could be any kind of family member. It could be someone that you work with, an old business partner, an old friend. It could be anything at all. So what I would invite you to do is to start going inwards to see what the stories are, what the beliefs are, and what these core wounds are that are really creating this energetic resistance. Because what happens is, when we experience a trauma, when we go through something really unpleasant, really difficult, and it could be from your upbringing, it could be from anything, but we go through something quite traumatic, we have buried, suppressed emotions and energy that are still in our body that are holding on to stories and beliefs that we have around this person, around this event, and more importantly, about what we believe it means about us. So it really, really affects our self-image. And this is why we can't let go, because it is deep within our body, in our energy, in our cells, and then it gets integrated within our identity. So what we want to do is we want to go inside and we want to start healing this. There is no quick fix. The energetic tools that I share with you work like wonders. They work instantly. But like I said, if you're not treating the core problem, the root of where this is all coming from, which is likely to be something from when you were younger, maybe not even related to this person, just the story of what's being repeated in your life through patterns, through circumstances, through things that keep seeming to happen all the time in similar ways that you can't seem to get rid of. There's an energetic imprint within you, right? And so this is where shadow work comes in. This is where inner child work comes in. This is where we want some deep reflection. some introspection. And this is where coaching and therapy can be so valuable, because you're then being guided and you're doing it with somebody else. But ultimately, this is an inward journey. So we think that we feel this way because they're doing this, they've done that, this happened to me, all the rest of it. But all the time, we are energetically attached to these stories. We are giving these people our power. We are giving these situations our power. We are not taking it back. We feel powerless. We feel like their energy is stronger than us. We feel like, there's nothing we can do. And it's simply not true. Everything in your reality is a projection or a reflection of your consciousness. When we start changing the consciousness within us, we start changing that relationship with everything outside of us. So I experienced this. I shared it in another story. I'll link this one up as well. It was a video called Shift Your Energy, Shift the Outcome, about one of my daughters having a difficult time at college and these bullies, and there was a serious physical threat. So it was very, very alarming at the time. I practiced one of these energy techniques. I practiced a specific one that used gold energy and the power of Ho'oponopono, because if you have not heard of it, Ho'oponopono, I know we all do it right. Ho'oponopono is like a magical healing prayer. It is a prayer from Hawaii, and it is where we are basically asking divine, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to help us change our consciousness, to help us change our beliefs, our faulty programming, our memories that are subconsciously buried, but creating unwanted situations and circumstances in our life. So when I started using that on these people, I was holding no anger, no resentment. I was doing this so that I didn't feel fear and I wasn't getting worried about it. I was doing it from a place of love, sending them love for whatever they were going through or have been through, for them to want to act in this way. But ultimately, this is what Ho'oponopono is all about. I was taking radical self-responsibility for what I was seeing in my outside world as being something within me. There's something in my programming. There's something within me that is causing it to be projected outside when we're talking about consciousness. So I practiced this, and every time I noticed myself getting drawn back to the fear, to the anger, to the hurt, to the worry, I practiced this practice where I was just showering them with golden light, and I was repeating the 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, taking responsibility and trusting that divinity would work it out. And within a really short period of time, it was all completely resolved really quickly. And then they became friends. So the absolute opposite of what I was worrying would happen, happened. And it's because I let go. It's because I decided to shift my own consciousness, my own relationship with whatever was going on. And I was able to create that change within, which meant outside started to shift. Right? So that's just one tiny example. I have had a relationship in the past that was extremely toxic, especially during the end, created trauma and stress for a long time afterwards. And again, I had to take radical self-responsibility of what was going on in my own life. These people don't have power over us unless we let them. And I know that can feel triggering and sound difficult. And I'm not trying to trigger you or make you feel worse. I'm trying to empower you, to show you that you can take your power back. This is all your consciousness, your belief systems, your identity, who you think you are, how you decide to relate to the world, how you decide to relate to everything else. You have the power to reframe anything. You have the power to change your energy. You have the power to change your identity. You have the power to heal at a cellular level. You have the power. You just haven't been shown that. You just haven't believed it up until this point. But when you start believing it, when you start turning this inwards, when you start healing from within, when you start reparenting yourself, when you start allowing yourself to feel those feelings that have been suppressed for so many years, just so that you can let them go, just so you can release them, when you take back the power and start creating new stories about where you are, about what's happening, about how life responds to you, when you choose to see things differently, you're taking back your power. And I know that can feel hard, and I know it can feel unfamiliar, but this is how we change. We can't change by seeing things in the same way, by feeling things in the same way, by pouring our energy into the same things over and over and expecting something to change. It won't. It can't. So we have to go internally and see what we need to change within us. What do we need to forgive about others? What do we need to forgive in ourselves? What do we need to let go of? How can we pour love into ourselves? How can we pour self-compassion into ourselves? And then the next piece to this healing, which is how you are going to permanently detach from other people's energy, because you are filling yourself up with the love, the respect, the gratitude, the compassion, the value, the acceptance that you need to feel within you. You're giving yourself that. And from there, you build a new identity, a new self-image. You change how you see yourself. You change your self-concept so that you can start seeing yourself as someone that is empowered, someone that is happy, that is joyful, that is full of love, that is full of gratitude. And as you do that, you raise your vibration, you change your energetic frequency. These people can no longer come into your environment. And if they do, because for whatever reason you have to see them still, it will bounce off you. It won't affect you. You're no longer an energetic match for them to be treating or behaving in a certain way towards you. They can't. They can't access you because your vibration is different. You're not in vibrational resonance with them anymore. And this is where real change happens. This is where it becomes permanent because you've changed who you are. So it cannot be the same situation. It can't be the same condition. You've changed your consciousness, your energy, your emotions. And now you are living, having transformed yourself and your life from the inside out. You're playing the inner game instead of looking outside at external reality and letting that dictate how you feel and how you think and how you act and how you see yourself. And instead, you are deciding who the fuck you are. And you are deciding that you are powerful, that you are here in this life to create what it is that you want. And only you get to decide and determine what that is. You get to decide how you want to feel. And I'm not saying this is a quick process. The energy techniques I shared will shift you instantly, but this is a longer calibration of who you are. And that's okay. This is where coaching is really powerful. Therapy, shadow work practitioners, whatever it is you need to dive into this. And of course, if you want to do this with me, there are links in the description box for either a 90-minute one-to-one breakthrough session, or we can work together for 3 or 6 months and work through all of this stuff. But there are people out there that can support you right now. You don't need to do it on your own. But you can start taking your life back right here, right now, and you can reclaim your power. So I hope this video has helped you. I was so deeply inspired to share this with you because I know there are so many of you that need to hear this, and it's all things that I've worked through myself. So let me know in the comments, what are your breakthroughs, your ahas? Let's keep the conversation going. Let's support each other. Let's love on each other. Let's build each other up from the inside out. That's what this community is for. That's what this channel is for, is just reclaiming your iconic energy, knowing who you are, reclaiming who you are, and just living the best life that you can live. So I hope this has resonated with you and you've got a lot out of this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Don't forget to sign up for that workshop if you want it, or grab a 90-minute session with me if that speaks to you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.